Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Small Gear Extra, and today, actually yesterday, I have bought all these June release car, and today we are going to look through it. And this month, we include a set of the Honda Mbox with regular and first color release, and follow up by another regular release, which is a Honda Civic Type R race control car. The long vehicle of the month will be a HRC motorhome. Scale is not specified, so I don't know the scale. And for the premium model, we'll be having these two models, which is a Subaru 360 in a normal color and first color release as well. And lastly, for the regular release, we have a box set of Tomica Town Bus Terminal, and we will look onto all of this car in a bit. So without less to say, let's get started first with the pair of Honda Mboxes, which is a regular release of the month. So the interesting thing about these two model car is they're very distinctive. They're like, despite the fact they're based on the same chassis or like the same model, it is still very different. So let's look at the regular release first. So I don't know if you can actually tell, the halo headlight is actually inside of the car, so it is not a plastic followed by a sticker, but instead the signature, the headlight is mounted to the chassis of the car, so that makes it quite nice, I guess. And the rest of the car, this is a Japanese K car, so the proportion will look like this: is short, is narrow, and is tall. And they're quite popular in Japan, and I believe this is a more special edition in real life, whereas it is a grey with a black two-tone color, and the whole design is different. So let's look at the grille. They're not the same, and as well as the headlight, we got like a light bar on the top of the grille. I'm not sure, and the grille difference is just design. The design is different. So see, the first color will look like this, and the regular looks like with the regular hole, whereas this is more stylish. So the rest of the first color will just look like this, with a bit of pearlescence, and the rear is different as well. Whereas the regular car, we have the traditional red tail light. On the first color release, or special edition as you love to say it, there seems like to be those clear tails light design. So it is quite a distinctive car between these two. So if you guys a big fan of the Japanese K car or an enthusiast of the Honda Mbox, be sure to not miss out on this one, because it's quite cool. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the windshield there's an infotainment system, which is a nice detail to have, whereas like Tomica have improved their interior for a bit now. And the scale of these cars are 1 to 58. So now let's move on to the other release. And okay, by the way, these two cars are quite heavy, as this one is lighter, for track use. So this one is a Honda Civic Race Patrol car. The scale is 1 to 64. We can look at this now. And Tomica never miss on the Honda Civic Type R scale. And just a fun fact, I'm firmly believe that this car is based on the number 40, which is a Honda Civic Type R as well. Their first color is a yellow limited edition color. I believe they reused the same color. If you ask me, it's quite lazy, but it is still interesting to see this car assigned to the number 120. And just on the side, you can actually see that this is not a imagination race patrol car. It is a actual race control car for the famous Honda racetrack Suzuka circuit in Japan. As well as the bonnet, you can see it wrote Suzuka circuit. And it is actually quite one of my favorite circuits in all of Japan, apart from Fuji Speedway. So it is a nice collection to have, as I'm a big Honda Civic enthusiast, and I've owned many Honda Civic Type R models from Tomica. And basically, this car is just no difference compared to the facelift Civic Type R FK8. And as you can tell, the grille, I mean the around the fend, you can see this line where as you swoop up, as well as the rear. That is how you distinguish between a pre-facelift car and a facelift car, because the pre-facelift car, this part will just be black out, and for facelift car, you will have a color swooping line to the upward. And I actually quite like the bonnet fend. It looks quite cool. And that's it for the Honda Civic patrol car, race patrol car. And moving on to the launch vehicle of the month. This probably will be my favorite release among all these cars in here. It definitely will. And being the reason is I'm a big Honda fan, as you can say that as I mentioned earlier. So there's no scale to the to this lorry, but you can see it's extensionable, and I still haven't figured out how can I solidate the trailer. So you see it sags a bit. I don't know how do you actually lock it in, but I will try my best to show the lorry for you guys. So I have to zoom in for a bit to look at the graphics. So you see that's the famous Honda race car. That's the NSX, and I'm not sure about the other one. So if you know what's the race car behind the NSX, please let me know down in the comment, and let me know what you think about this. Look at this. It just a sticker and it says produced by Honda Design. And now we move into the backwards of the truck. It just fell down. It needs some time actually to hold it up. I'll handheld it manually. So in the rear you can see there's the Honda Racing and there's some racetrack on truck. So without the extension it will just look like this. And for the other side is pretty much the same as the other side, and I think we can zoom out actually for this part. And the trailer, I mean the head of the lorry looks like this. It's quite a nice design. I'm not a big lorry guy, so I don't know much about lorries, but look nice to me. But it's very out of scale. That's the problem with this car. So it's functional. You can remove the trailer with this, so you can have lay out your all the Honda Civic Type R here with a few trucks here. So that would be quite cool. And for some reason, this trailer is actually very hard to move, unlike the older model from Tomica. So I don't know if it has any issue, but for some reason it's very difficult to move around with the trailer attached to the truck. So anyway, you see these two parts together are so funny because the Civic is so big compared to the truck. So it's a very funny scene to be seen. And anyway, moving on to the premium release now, which will be the Subaru 360. And these two cars are actually very light, and this car remind me of my childhood because one of my first YouTube video was a Subaru 360 unboxing video uploaded to YouTube. So this car meant quite a lot for me. And back in the days, the regular line model, the bonnet or the front is actually functional because the engine is located on the rear. And I'm not sure about the Subaru 360, but we can look around at the car as we go on and talk about the story of the, Subaru 360. It looks quite like a Beetle to me, and I think they actually copy how Volkswagen did their Beetle, and it's interesting to see the Japanese take. But anyway, let's talk about the details of the die-cast. So as you can see, the headlights, they're transparent, is fitted with plastic, so it's not painted like the other car, as you might see. And the interior is actually brown. I don't know if you can actually see the interior color of it. And the bonnet, I mean the roof is actually matte black, and it gives like a final, texture to it. So I guess that works. As to the underneath carriage of the car, as you can see, it's a 1:48 scale car. So that's the regular release. First release is more or less the same, with a lake green color. I would say something like that. It's a cyan, more likely. So here's the rest of the car. It's pretty much more or less the same as the regular one. And the bonnet is actually not gray, because from my screen it looks like it's gray, but it's actually a very dark navy, not dark but light navy blue thing, something like that. It's not quite like a pink blue, but it's very desaturated, so it's very period correct and pretty much the same 40 scale. And these two cars together, they're quite cute. I like them, but I would just get the regular one because this white color is actually a bit yellowish. It gives a vintage feel. So these are all the regular month release, whereas most people would buy. But now we can move on to the box set. First I have to disclaimer, I actually didn't take out the bus sign from the box set, so pardon me for that, because they got tape over it, so I didn't even bother, because I'm not gonna play with the thing. I'm just gonna put it away. So let's look at the three buses together. And I think most of the people will click away the video by now, because I don't think people are that invested into buses. But if you're still here, welcome and enjoy your stay. Just saying. So we look at the heat. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Hino. So yep, you can see it. It's a Hino. I think that's Hino. That's how you pronounced it. And I'll say this. Followed by the trailer, the motorhome, the HLC motorhome. This is my second favorite car of the month, probably, because you can see the roof and the seat is completely transparent. How cool is that? And the whole graphics, although it's not a high effort graphic, whereas the the graphic is all over the place, but I think it's simple yet still eyes catching to me, so I like it quite a lot. Blue with gold wheels cannot beat the Subaru combo, although it's on the buses now. So it looks quite nice, quite Japanese indeed. This buses is 1:156 scale, that's why it's so small. And now followed by Isuzu something, I don't know how to pronounce it. We can look at it. Say Erga, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a 1:136 scale. So regular pink buses. It's quite cute, with the foot graphics on it. It's pink, of course. I think it says Tomica Bus Town on there. So that is for the bus. The pink one. And the last one will be a Mercedes-Benz, which is a yellow Mercedes-Benz buses. Have you ever seen this? I've never. But anyway, I think more or less it's pretty much the same as the regular 134 number, the Mercedes-Benz bus, and I think you're better off with this one, with that one, because I think this one is just it's not hopeless, it's not ugly, but it is interesting, shall we say. It's yellow. Who want a yellow bus? I want I want one. I still don't know why I buy this box set. I just think it's pretty funny and a good throwback and a good promise to my younger self, so that's why I bought it. And it's still pretty nice, you know, and it's got the functional, I don't know what this called is, but it's crispy and it's fun. And the scale of this bus is 1 to 120. And with all of these, let's take a look around. So let's say the regular release will be all of these, the long car, the premium, the box set. So which one will be my favorite? That one will be my favorite. And following is either the I don't actually quite like the first color release of the Mbox because I think they it's too complicated for my own liking. It's either between the transparent rooftop buses or this one. I have to go with this one because I think it's even more fictional, you know. I mean, just look at it. It's transparent. How cool is that? I love things when they're transparent. I know it's you know, it's cheaper to make, but still, I think second one I'll go with the last place. I mean the third place with I will go for this. And yep, it's still a nice casting and it's pretty heavy as well compared to all this car here. So these are all the month release, and please let me know down in the comments and tell me which one is your favorite. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.